All right. Hi, everyone. Just checking in. How you're all getting on, signing in. We'll be starting somewhere seated on the mat, maybe in a kneeling seat, so you can get yourself in there. And I'm just going to give it one more minute before we are all here. And we're going to slowly get started. Good, super great practice for us today. And a super interesting subject as well to chat about. Um, so we're going to get into it. Just taking few breaths, checking in, everybody's connecting there slowly. I'm gonna get started, and when you're ready, just settle yourself in, find your space on the mat, have a little bit of a chill seat, and then we're gonna jump into it. So let's go. Um, Welcome, hi, it's great to see you all in the class again. Um, Today's class, I'm actually quite excited for this practice because it has a super tangible connection to your day-to-day life, so your business life. So something that I wanted to chat about today is product sprints, because this is one of the most important parts of your week, if not the most important, when you come together with your team to review your product performance, check the customer feedback, and also brainstorm the ideas. What's the next direction you're going to take? Which feedback you're taking on, and how do you want to focus on, what do you want to focus on in that particular week. But most of the time, by the time you get to that product sprint, you already had a whole morning with heaps of activities, starting from checking your sales metrics, checking how your social media was performing over the last night, also looking at Slack messages or WhatsApp messages from your team, and all the other things. So you've already had quite a full morning. You are mentally probably at capacity and you're coming into this super important strategic meeting. So the by the time you get there, you're probably like, whoa, so many things is going on. But this is when you need to have your focus at your best in order to lead that meeting, generate great ideas, and jump into next week of product development and growing your business and so on. So this practice today is going to be like that reset that you need before you jump into that project. Before you jump um, into that meeting, so that your focus is sharp and you can generate your best ideas. So we're going to do some core work to boost your energy. We're going to get into balance so that you can really concentrate your focus, because really imbalances, if you're all over the place, you're out, and you actually see what I mean. And then we're also going to use the breath to activate energy. So that's what we'll be working through today. And you can also then take that practice back and use it whenever you need it, whenever you need to boost your energy and get yourself on the top of that concentration and also into that creative mode when you know you need to generate ideas. That's the kind of practice you need, the kind of practice that your mind really needs. So yeah, let's get into it. We're gonna start in a seat. Let's go for a kneeling seat so that it's nice and comfortable, and we know where we are. Kneeling seat is super simple, so just sitting on your heels, and close your eyes here, just to ground in your breath, closing your lips and breathing in and out through your nose. So we go for slow breaths, inhale and exhale through your nose. And arriving in the space, feeling your mat, notice your knees and your shins touching the mat, the tops of your feet. Your hips are just over your heels, shoulder over hips. And chin is stuck to the chest, so you can keep your neck a little bit long. And keep breathing in and out through the nose. we're gonna get straight into that activating breath. So for now, your breath is flowing in its normal pace. Inhale, exhale through the nose. Your lips are closed. And we're just getting into that flow when you get to focus on your breath. To add a little bit more depth in your day, probably when you're running around with different things, sometimes your breath might become quite shallow when you're in that active and reacting state. So right here, when we're coming down to the mat, we're keeping the body in stillness and slowing down the breath. We are first starting with slowing down our mind. But for next 2, 3 breaths, maybe even 4, I want you to make your exhale a little bit more active. So as we inhale, take the breath in. And on the exhale, really squeeze your belly to push that breath out. So you inhale in down to the belly, and then you squeeze your muscles to push the breath out. Go for 3 more like this. Inhale in. Come back to the natural breath. That kind of breath, when you're actively pushing it out, notice how it's changed a little bit, how you feel right now. We really activated the core, use the muscles to push that breath out. So bringing that energy right to the center. It's the kind of breath that I actually use quite often. The most often when I'm somewhere outdoors and I feel a little bit cold, I'll breathe like that for a while just to generate heat and energy from the inside. But then also in my day, I use that breath if I want a little booster. So for example, if I know that I need to focus, when I need to even project that energy when I speak with the team, or if I'm in a meeting, or I know I need to activate a little bit myself, I would go for this kind of breath, just doing a couple of breaths like this. And that helps me to bring that energy back to the center. Let's come back to the natural flow. So lips are closed. Inhale and exhale through the nose. And this time, inhale, lift your hands up, press away from the ground, grow taller. And exhale, hands down to the ground. 2 more like this. Inhale, lift your hands up. And then exhale down. And then inhale, lift, growing away from the ground, reaching up. And exhale, your right foot comes down next to your hip, bend over to the right. And then drawing the circle with your chest coming to the front, dropping your hands to the front, both of the hands, and then walk your hands into your knees, lifting up. Inhale as you reach, and then to the left hand comes down, bending over to the left, and then drawing the circle forward. We're going to get some movement into our lower back before we spend the whole morning sitting at your desk. Inhale, lift. 1 more time each side. So first to the right, you're bringing some length into your lower back. Some mobility and length actually, because we are reaching out, stretching the spine. Inhale. And then the left side last time. And then back into your feelings. Inhale, lift. And exhale, hands back. If your eyes were closed, you can open the eyes now. And we're going to go for a minute into cat and cow. So cat and cow, you're probably quite familiar with the shape. We always come back to it. And today, actually put your knees wider than your hips. Maybe not as wide as the mat, but a little bit wider than the hips, and the same with the arms. So we're going to create a little bit more space for our spine. So we're going to start dropping the belly, looking up, inhale, and then exhale round. We're going to be here for a few breaths, so find your rhythm and move here with the breath. Inhale up, lifting the tailbone, and exhale, gaze down. Really what we want from this pose is to get a little bit into the spine, because most of the time through the day, we'll be sat at the desk, our spine is really immobile. So that few breaths, those few seconds here, are actually allowing you to get a little bit of movement of the spine, trying different flexions and extensions, also activating some muscles on your back. And then two more like this. Inhale up. Exhale, gaze through your thighs. Inhale, squeezing the shoulder blades, lifting the tailbone. And then spreading the shoulder blades away from each other, gaze to your thighs. Back to center, gaze is down. Step your feet out, get into plank, really pressing down to the balls of your feet and then sending those heels all the way to the back of the mat. Strong plank. And then lift the hips back in a downward facing dog. Keep walking your feet, so bending and extending through the knees, finding that length through your legs, and then pushing the chest to open towards the thighs. So really pressing from the base of the palm. We're going to set most of the weight of our body towards the back of the mat. So in the plank, we are bringing shoulders over wrist, and that weight is at the front. But when we go into downward facing dog, we are pushing everything backwards towards the legs. And then as you're bending and extending your legs, start that little walk to the top of the mat, one step at a time, keeping your legs bent. And then when you get there, with the inhale, lift all the way up, reaching the hands up. And then you can bring your hands either side of your body, roll your shoulders up to your ears, getting some movement into your upper body. Again, great awakening from the contra of sitting at the desk. Because like often when you are at your laptop and there is a lot of different trigger points and stressors, we tend to lift our shoulders up to our ears, or we have those micro tension in the neck and in the back. So this is great just to do a couple of movements. We're here anyway, so we might as well do that. And then with the inhale, lift your hands up, reach up. And on the exhale, fold down. Inhale, lift up, reach your hands above the head, maybe a slight back bend, and exhale, forward fold. Keep moving. Inhale, lift up, reaching to the back, gaze to the ceiling. Exhale, fold. Two more like this. Inhale, lift. Push the hips forward, squeeze your glutes. Exhale, fold. And last one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back to forward fold. Inhale, lift up, reach your hands up. This time bring your right knee into your chest, finding a little bit of balance. And exhale, foot down, fold forward. Send the hips down, lift your chest. Maybe you're lifting your hands as well, finding a bit of a chair pose. And then back to forward fold. Inhale, lift up, reach up, left knee comes into your chest. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, send the hips down, lift the chest, lift the hands. Exhale, back down. Inhale, lift up, reach the hands up above the head, right knee into your chest. Exhale, foot down, forward fold. Send the hips back, inhale, chest up, chair pose. Exhale, fold down. Two more each side, inhale, lift up, left knee into your chest. Exhale, foot down, forward fold. Inhale, lift up, chest up. Exhale, fold. And then inhale up, right knee in. Exhale, fold. Hips down, chest up, chair pose. And then back to forward fold. Okay, let's go to the left side because I think we started on the right. So inhale, lift, bring the left knee to your chest. And then exhale, step the foot down, forward fold. Send the hips down, chest up. And then exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up, feet on the ground. Reach your hands up. And then exhale, hands down either side. Close your eyes, take a couple of breaths. Lips are sealed. Breathing through the nose. Just take a moment here. Two more breaths. And then inhale, lift your hands up once more. Exhale, fold down. Hands to the mat and then step your right leg back. Drop the knee down and release the foot down. Inhale as you lift your chest, lift your hands. And we're going to stay in the knees as you exhale, send the hands back, back forward, and maybe that front leg extends a little. Inhale as you lift back, hands above the head. Exhale, hands either side, sending the hips back. Move with the breath. Inhale forward. So your legs here are the main point of focus here. We want to press down through the front foot and the back shin. But then we also want to squeeze the thighs to the center. This is what helps you stay stable here. Exhale as you send the hips back. Keep pressing away from the ground to release the pressure from your knee, from your kneecap. We are opposing the gravity here. The whole body is engaged here in this pose. Inhale. And exhale as you sweep your hands back. We're going to curl the toes under and lift the back leg. And we arrive in high lunge. Inhale, lift up. If that feels like a little bit too wide step, you can walk the foot a little bit more so you are stable on both of your feet. Inhale, you are in a high lunge. And as you exhale, sweep the hands back, extend the front leg. Inhale, forward. And exhale, extend front leg, chest down, hands sweep back. Inhale as you come forward. Maybe you notice as you shift the weight to the back. And then as you come forward, it might be a little wobbly, we move the weight to the front. Two more like this. Inhale, lift. And exhale. Hands back, chest down. One last time. Inhale. And exhale back. Inhale as you lift. High lunge. Can get wobbly. That's why we really need to press down through that front foot. So hands goes up. And then we're going to frame the front foot. Bring all the weight into your front foot. So that knee can be all the way bent. Hands are here on the ground for support. We want to lift the back leg now. So it might be difficult to do it from the wide step. So bring the foot a little bit closer. And then lean into your front leg, lifting the back leg. Keep pressing away from the ground if it feels like there's a lot of weight. If you keep pressing, lifting your chest, maybe taking your hands off the ground, it will feel a little bit lighter. It feels heavy when your whole body is dropping down. That's why you want to find length and create space and lift away from the ground. Hands down to the mat, drop the back leg down, and then step to plank. Stay in plank, gazes down, keep pressing away from the ground, sending heels to the back of the mat. And then exhale, lift the hips back and up, downward facing dog. Bend and extend, one knee, one breath. And then walk to the top of the mat. We meet at the top. And then with the inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold. Hands down, this time you step left leg back, drop the knee, release the foot, and then inhale, lift the hands, lift the chest. Exhale, sweep back. Inhale, forward. Keep moving with your breath. My kneecap is loud here. That's probably because I didn't press away from the ground. So that's a lesson for all of us. Keep pressing away, moving your hands, sending your hips forwards and backwards, staying really mindful and active through those legs. So when you feel that your legs are wobbling, this is where you know, I need to press somewhere more, I need to squeeze them to the center. This is an activation that your body requires from you. Okay. As you sweep your hands back, curl the toes under, lift the back knee, and then maybe we step it a little bit closer. We come to high lunge, and we keep moving. Exhale, extend the front leg, hands to the back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale, lift up. If the legs wobble, that's absolutely fine. Keep pressing down through the feet. And then one more time. Inhale, lift up. And exhale back. Inhale, lift up, front knee over front ankle, back to high lunge. And then we're going to send the hands down. We're coming to standing splits again. You can walk the back foot a little bit closer and then lift the back leg. The front knee can be bent as much as you want to. If you feel that it gets heavy, really push away from the ground to create that length. Sending chest down, or if you lift the chest, you get into your warrior 3. So you can try here different things. And then we drop the hands down, drop the back foot down, step the plank. Take one breath. And then with the exhale, hips to downward facing dog. Bend and extend one time to each knee. And then walk it to the top of the mat. One step at the time. Inhale, lift it up, hands overhead. And then bring the hands either side. Close your eyes and take a moment here. Keep breathing in and out through your nose. And just notice how your body feels in this moment. What comes up in your mind. What's your general state like right now? Feeling into your body, keep breathing. And then with the next inhale, we lift the hands up. Exhale, send the hands down all the way to forward fold. And then send your hips down. You can help yourself with one hand behind. We come to sit on the mat, so you can shuffle to the center. We're not coming down yet to lie on the ground. One more thing before we go. You can keep your hands either side. Lean backwards as you lift your feet off the ground. You can lift your shin parallel to the ground, or you can keep them there. Your hands are either side, extended, reaching for your feet. Keep breathing here. Then bring your hands in prayer at the heart center and then turn over to the right. Stay strong here. Keep reaching with your thighs for your core. And then come back to center. Reset here. We stay strong. Thighs are active. And then moving over to the right side. One full breath. And exhale. Back to the center. You can reset here for the moment. Bringing your feet down. Or if not, you can keep staying with your feet up. Back your hands to the center, turn to the left, and then extend your right leg out long. Keep breathing. Back to center. And then turn over to the right, extend your left leg. Back to center. Now we're going to change. With your exhale, extend your legs, send your chest to the ground. Back to center. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale, exhale. Back to center. Last time. Extending with the exhale, hover, and then release. Hands, shoulders are resting, hands are either side of your body. There we are. Bring your feet on the ground, heels are close to the hips. And then we're gonna go for a bridge pose, lifting your hips off the ground. And then exhale, hips back down. One more time. When you exhale, tuck the tailbone under and then peeling your back from the ground, squeezing the glutes, pushing the hips up. And then coming back the same way, your upper back, middle back, and your lower back touches the mat. Keep breathing. And then you can stay here for a moment of rest, preparing for that final peaceful moment. Or you can go for a last round. Feeling your tailbone off the mat, squeezing the glutes, pushing the hips up. And then you can even interlace your fingers, come on the top of your shoulders, and then keep pressing away from the ground, finding your strong bridge pose. Your upper arms can help you here as you press up, and then keep lifting your hips up. Your chest goes up to your chin, chin to the sky. creating that space for your breath to come to your collarbones. And then releasing your shoulders, hands are resting in their side. Lift your heels up and only then start dropping your back. Letting go of everything. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. Rocking slowly from one side to the other. Keep breathing. As you rock here from one side to the other, feel your lower back on the ground. And then dropping your knees all the way to the left side. You want your right shoulder and your shoulder blade stay on the ground. So if you feel that the right side is lifted, slide your legs a little bit lower. You can open both arms to a T. And then direct your breath to the right side of the body, feeling your rib cage, feeling in with the inhale. And then exhale. All the ankles up. Follow that movement of the breath in your body. Then knees back to the center. Give yourself a little squeeze on the way to the other side. And then dropping the knees all the way to the right. Opening the arms to T again. Now bringing your concentration to your left side. Checking in, my left shoulder is touching the mat. Shoulder blades resting. Or if not, I slide my legs over. So you're allowing your lower back to rest in the twist, finding that stretch to the diagonal line from the shoulder to the hip. And breathing deeply to the left side. Center, bring your knees in, back and in. And then you can extend your legs out long for our final moment of rest. Press to the back of your head, lift your shoulder blades off the ground, and then allowing part of your back to melt down to the ground. Close your eyes and feel back that flow of the breath. Every inhale and exhale through your nose, your lips are closed here. And with every exhale, imagine that wave of relaxation washing over your body and allowing everything to drop down to the mat. The mat is there to support you, and you just let yourself rest there. With the exhale, letting everything go. Stillness, letting go of those physical sensations in your body. At the end of this practice, there's nothing else left for us to do. Nowhere else to be resting in this moment now. Trust that when the time comes, I'll guide you out of this Shavasana. For now, you can rest for another moment. longer breath all the way down to your belly. Exhale, empty it out. 2 more breaths like that. And notice how this breath moves your body when you really bring your concentration into it. Slowly move your fingers, rotate your wrists, and then also wiggle your toes, maybe pointing and flexing your feet. And then with the inhale, lift your hands up, reaching above the head. Reaching, feeling the full body stretch. And then hands come back either side of your body. Roll over to your right and take a moment there. Feeling your body, noticing how you landed. Noticing the touch of your skin, your breath, air around you, how it touches your skin. That one moment of stillness before you transition back into your day. And slowly you can make your way back up to a seated shape. So we're going to close this practice together with those strong breaths again. So we went full circle, going from like generating a movement in the body, working through the movement in all the different directions, bringing some flexions and extension into the spine, which is super cool to activate your body and also boosting that energy. So let's come back to the breath that gives you that energy. So we can focus our practice on that. So you can bring your hands to your chest or actually to your belly. It might help you with the direction of the breath. And I'll take a breath down to the belly, inhale. And then on the exhale, push the breath out. 2 more like this, inhale. Exhale, push out. 1 more time, inhale. Exhale, push out. And now we're going to do 3 quick ones, inhale. There we go. This is us for today. Bring your hands to your chest and then bow your head down. Thank you everyone for practicing with me. You can release your hands. It was really nice to welcome you for this practice today. I really hope that some of this activation really brought some energy to your day, and I invite you to bring this practice back, especially when you have those high creativity requiring meetings like your product sprints. And do let me know how it felt after this practice to feel that energy coming, especially from the core when we do our core practice balance and also the activation breath. I would love to hear how you found it and what were your thoughts after it. This is all for today. I see you all on the next one. Drop me a message if you have any questions, and I'll get back to you over email, Instagram, or even quickly here on Zoom. Would love to hear from you and what were your thoughts. Bye everyone. Have a good day.